The media franchise Gundam has been around for many years, and it has greatly impacted the lives of its fans and followers all over the world. When the anime series aired, it changed the way that people saw giant robots, and the media franchise became something of a cultural phenomenon. To date, Gundam is one of the most popular anime series of all time, and millions of fans across the globe are dedicated to all things Gundam. From theme parks, cafes, restaurants, plastic model kits, life-size statues, and cosplay costumes, and many more. There have been countless tributes built in honor of the giant robot franchise. However, there are many who have been wondering what is in store for Gundam's future. Will the media franchise continue to produce new material and keep running? Is there a Gundam movie on the horizon? What are the plans surrounding Gundam for the next few years? What is next for Gundam? Well, that's exactly what we're going to be talking about in today's video, so sit back and relax as we take a look at the future of Gundam and how Gundam's producer looks toward the future of the franchise. This is New Technology Today, bringing you the hottest tech innovations straight to your screens. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. And of course, subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell to keep yourself up to date. Before we dive into the details, let's take a look at Gundam over the years. Gundam is a Japanese-born military science fiction media franchise created by Yoshiyuki Tomino and Sunrise. The franchise began on the 7th of April 1979 with the TV series Mobile Suit Gundam, which was later noted to have defined the real robot genre. Back then, giant robots were presented in a certain way in anime programs. The super robot genre had a very specific mold. However, Gundam sought to change that. It depicted warfare between humans in space and the use of giant robot suits to function sort of like tanks in battle. The series was different because it highlighted how the Gundam suits were used in military life, as opposed to other giant robot anime series at the time that showcased how the giant robots were up against evil forces and used magical and fantastical means to defeat them. Gundam was, in a sense, more real. Gundam showed how the giant robot suits were operated by regular people, using mechanisms as a means of military defense, and it showed how regular people interacted with the giant machines. Now, this was something that had not been done in Japanese entertainment before, so the series was not widely popular when it aired for the first time. In fact, Mobile Suit Gundam was very nearly cancelled after just 39 episodes. However, the series was extended to 43 episodes after they renegotiated with their sponsors. It ended after that with not much fanfare. But fate turned around for the series. Gundam actually rose to heightened popularity because of its toys. One of Mobile Suit Gundam's sponsors was a manufacturer, Clover, who created toys to promote the release of the anime using its popular Shokogen die-cast metal model design, which was highly popular in the Japanese toy scene during the 70s. When the series had seemingly flopped, Bandai purchased the rights to manufacture toys based on the giant robot suits as seen on the show. However, instead of making them like the die-cast Shokogen toys, Bandai created model kits made out of plastic. The toys required assembly, and they also came in different colors. They were different from the other toys available on the market, so they sparked new interest in the Mobile Suit Gundam series itself. These toys would later on become known as Gunpla. This newfound interest in the Gundam plastic models led to the anime's reruns to perform well on television. Bandai seemed to have breathed fresh life in Gundam, and that was when the real robot genre was seen as an alternative to super robots. In 1985, the franchise created Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam, and has produced many other series and movies set in the Gundam universe. 2019 marked the 40th anniversary of Mobile Suit Gundam premiering in Japan. To celebrate this milestone, the animation studio Sunrise has a few big plans for the media franchise. They announced 5 new Gundam anime projects, a few major merchandising stunts, and a little bit of news about the live-action movie for Gundam being developed by Legendary Pictures. CBR was able to interview the media franchise producer, Naohiro Ogata, about the future of the Gundam franchise and how he plans to further increase the international popularity of the media franchise. Ogata pointed out how they've been able to sell over 500 million individual Gundam model kits, which is indicative of Gundam's growth and bright future both locally and internationally. Sunrise is working toward catering Gundam's international fans. This is what Ogata had to say in his interview. Most of the special projects and titles that we're releasing in the commemoration of this 40th anniversary are definitely heavy bent towards overseas audiences and sales, not just domestic. The Chinese Gundam market is big, so Sunrise is developing a Gundam series set in China. The anime's popularity is growing in the United States as well, and Gundam merchandise sales are increasing. Ogata alluded to the anime's partnership with Legendary Pictures to develop the live-action Gundam movie, which could mean the start of more international Gundam productions. Brian K. Vaughan was also confirmed to be the live-action film scriptwriter, and fans are eagerly awaiting to hear more news about the film, as well as hoping that the film would turn out to be a success. During the interview, Ogata also answered fans' questions about whether Mobile Suit Gundam Thunderbolt would continue or not following the second season's cliffhanger episode. This is what he had to say. What I can say is that part of the reason that you haven't seen more Thunderbolt yet is because we're waiting for more of the original manga story to be developed. We would like to do more, but we don't want to do it without having more material to build on. Part of it is that the creator, unfortunately, is currently having tendinitis, so we haven't seen a lot of new manga as of yet, but as soon as we have more manga, I hope that we can announce more about Thunderbolt. What are your thoughts on the Gundam universe? What do you want to see for Gundam in the future? What are you most excited for in terms of Gundam's future plans? I'd love to hear what you think, so let me know your thoughts by commenting them down below in the comment section. I'll be responding to all of you who comment within the first hour of me posting this video. If you enjoyed this video, you should definitely check out my other video called PG Unleashed 1/60th RX-78-2 Gundam Special PV. Ever since Gundam was created, it has become something like a cultural phenomenon. The Japanese giant robot franchise is one of the highest grossing media franchises in history, ranking over $20 billion in sales. It has developed a massive following, and it has an enormous fan base all over the world. If you've watched my previous videos, you already know all about Gundam's history, and what both fans and Gundam's creators have done to commemorate the media franchise. The Gundam universe is well loved, and Japan's fondness for Gundam can be seen throughout the entire nation. Apart from launching a Gundam-themed cafe, giant statues of Gundam suits depict the life-size versions of a real Gundam robot, collector's items, and novelty shops that celebrate everything Gundam, the media franchise releases collectible figures called Gunpla. Today we will discuss one of Gundam's newest releases, the PG 1/60th RX-78-2 Unleashed 2.0. What does the PG stand for? What can the Gunpla do? What makes this Gunpla so unique? And what are fans saying about this newest Gunpla? That's exactly what we're going to be talking about today in that video. So go ahead and check out PG Unleashed 1/60 RX-78-2 Gundam Special PV. Stay connected, stay up to date.